So Jane will not do the dress for us. Let's see if Emily will.
Hi, Nancy.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Thanks again, Nancy.
I guess we can't ask her. And the picture moved again.
Would it be all right if I used your sewing machine?
Go right ahead, but remember, you're on your own.
There's no needle.
It's probably in the box with the rest of Mom's sewing stuff. Ask Jane if she knows where it is.
Jane has been pretty unhelpful so far, but sure, we can ask her.
What's cooking?
Would you happen to know where the needle for the sewing machine in Emily's room is?
I moved all of Gloria's sewing things out of there and put them in a little box. Look, I'm supposed to get the pies we baked before all the hullabaloo this morning ready for the delivery man. They gotta be put in the shipping container just so, or he casts a kitten. This is how he wants 'em organized. Now why don't you go out on the porch and get those pies ready to go while I look for that sewing box?
If you insist.
So Nancy is doing everyone's chores for them. What's new? Okay, so this puzzle's actually kind of fun. It's similar to, well, I was gonna say it's kind of similar to the jewelry puzzle in Secret of Shadow Ranch, but it's actually not. Because each family gets a particular order. So Sandgate gets 2 large cherry, 1 blue, and 1 chocolate, but we don't know the size. First, I'm just going to put all the colors in the right spot. Seems like there's a lot more cherry than any other color. Okay. So we know that Sandgate has 2 large cherry, 1 blue, and 1 chocolate. Riverville has 1 small cherry, 1 large. Oh, sorry, that's wrong. 1 small and 1 large blue. 1 small and 1 large chocolate, and 2 large pies. So that means 2 cherry. Appleton is 1 small and 1 large cherry, 1 small and 1 large chocolate, and 2 pies of the same size, which, looking at what we've got, it's probably going to be 2 large pies. Skydale. Okay, actually take back what I just said, because Skydale needs 2 large blue. So those go down here. And I bet the Appleton is 2 small blue. Okay, Skydale, 2 large blue, 2 large chocolate, and then 2 different size pies. Knoxview, 2 same size cherry. 1 large blue and 2 same size chocolate. Smithfield, 1 small, 1 large cherry, no blue, and 2 large chocolate. So we use this large chocolate because Sandgate didn't specify the size of the chocolate.
There, that should do it.
And Jane is gone, so let's see if we can find the box ourselves. But
I'll bet those are the 2 brothers that built the inn and Josiah's house. Looks like there might be some kind of tunnel around here.
An old picture.
There's something written on the back.
Door and parlor window seat. And there's no box. And the phone, I guess she has the broken phone with the cut cord. She said the phone line was destroyed in the fire. Kind of suspicious. Okay, so the picture says door and parlor window seat. there's a little piece of the curtain stuck under the window seat. So here is the secret tunnel. And turn on the lights. And now we get to explore.
From the looks of those lanterns, I'm not the only one who's been down here recently.
And in the picture, he's pulling on this light. So let's pull on that. And there's some stairs.
Jeepers, I'm behind one of the walls in Emily's room. I'll bet that's how someone makes that picture move.
So someone is spying on Emily, making the picture move, making weird noises to scare her. Who could that be?
An old piggy bank.
And we get
Swell, a dollar.
$1.
This piggy bank looks like it's been here for a long time.
Nice. This is a fun puzzle. I always do the words first because they're pretty obvious where they're supposed to go. I think it's supposed to be like this, maybe? Might need to shift those some more. Oh, wait, I know. It's, the words are all at the top. I don't know why I'm doing it like this. Okay, Creepy's corner, and then the face, that's his body, his arm, part of the moon, his legs. And then there's fog at the bottom, so you can tell which ones go at the bottom. That one goes there. And there's a record that says Creepy's Corner. If you keep going, you will make it all the way.
Guess I better not leave the lights on. Jeepers,
Another
that sounds like
record.
Richard Topham. This door must open right into his living room.
Go, good kitty.
So now we know that the tunnel leads to Topham's house. Because the two brothers who used to live in these houses they built the houses and they built the tunnel between them.
Guess I better not leave the lights on.
Let's see if Jane is back. She is.
Thanks for doing the pies. The more I do it, the worse I seem to get at it. Here's that box. I'm sure that sewing machine needle is in there somewhere.
I see it.
Remember, when it comes to using it, you're on your own, kiddo.
I think I know why Emily has been seeing and hearing strange things.
Well, I'm all ears. Tell me.
I found a secret passageway that goes from the inn to Josiah Crowley's old house. And off of it, I found a staircase that leads to a space behind a wall in Emily's room. That's the staircase that's in this old picture.
You mean the noises that Emily's been hearing? The things she's been seeing? It's because someone's been sneaking around behind the wall in her room?
Did you know about the secret passageway?
No, and I've never heard Emily say anything about it either.
I was able to open the staircase because I saw the picture I just showed you. And I found that picture on the shelf in your podium.
You mean it was right there under my nose? Hold the phone! You think I'm the one who's been sneaking around?
Can you think of somebody else who may have had access to that picture?
Anyone who's ever been behind this desk could have seen that picture. It's hardly fair to go pointing a finger at me.
Maybe Emily will know something about it.
She went into town to run some errands. At least that's what I told her to do. Heaven knows she could use some fresh air.
Well, I'll talk to you later.
Alrighty-dighty.
And I think now that we've discovered the secret passageway, the picture will stop moving. Now that Emily is gone, we can look at the other things in the drawer that she yelled at us for looking at. Okay, so this is a important note from Josiah to Gloria. Dearest Gloria, if you would do 3 simple things for me, I would very much appreciate it. First, keep this note for me, tuck it away in a safe place, and should I ever ask to see it, please allow me to do so. Second, don't mention or show this note to anyone else. Third, don't ask me why. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You are a kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think that the sky's the limit. Your grateful friend, Josiah. And the word bottom is capitalized. So this is the cue for part of the clock puzzle above the carriage house. So I want to write down that phrase. You are a kind lady who sparkles like good water and makes me think the sky's the limit. Okay, and then this is a letter, I believe, from Jane. So secretary at bottling plant. Me, I'm still at the boarding house. It's not the Ritz. Blah, blah, blah. I'm investing as much money as I can in the stock market because my boss says it's a surefire way to get rich. So next year, maybe I can take the train out there to see you. Better yet, maybe I'll buy a car. Wouldn't that be the butterfly's boots? Write soon, your friend forever, Jane. Okay. So, we already did that.
I bet a needle goes here.
Put the needle in first. Okay. Now we can finally sew the dress. So this puzzle is kind of hard. In fact, I'm surprised that Nancy didn't say anything about that. You're trying to hit the lines. Oh gosh. And if you do a bad job, Nancy will say we have to start over, which I think I'm doing a very bad job, but she hasn't said anything yet, so I'm gonna take it. I cannot believe she didn't stop me.
There. Not bad, Miss Drew. Not bad at all.
I think that's the first time I've ever gotten that done in one try. Again, I'm not going to complain. So let's give Jim the dress, and then
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
Open the safe deposit box and then get more gas.
How's the dress coming?
All done.
This is beautiful. Thank you. Now let's see if that key you found opens up Josiah's safe deposit box.
Oh, we already used it.
That was Josiah's key, all right. But that is not Josiah's will.
It looks like some kind of journal. Would it be okay if I kept this?
If it was money or jewelry or something like that, I'd turn it over to Topham. But a journal? Finders keepers as far as I'm concerned. I'll be at my desk if you need me.
So
It's locked. Naturally.
we can't open this without a few more clues.
Anything else I can do for you?
I guess I'll be going.
Come back anytime.
Which one, the biggest thing we need is the trivet, because in Josiah's journal it says to open journal, use the trivet decoder, or whatever. So the trivet is at Mrs. Sheldon's, who lives, Twin Elms, which is over here. So we need to ask her for the trivet back.
Mrs. Sheldon?
Yes?
My name's Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's.
Get on with it, dear.
I was wondering, would it be possible for me to see the trivet you borrowed from Josiah Crowley?
You may not only see it, you may have it. Once I find it, that is. Unfortunately, I've an errand to run, so I can't look for it right now.
Maybe I could run the errand for you. I have a car.
So I see. Rather expensive car at that. Very well, Miss Drew. Go fetch my bridge cards from Miss Drakowski, and upon your return I shall present you with that trivet.
Who's Miss Jakowski?
The local telephone operator. You can find her at her house, or Titusville Telco, as she insists on calling it. The switchboard is in her parlor. As you can imagine, she never entertains. I, on the other hand, am expecting company within the hour, so do hurry.
So now we will go on a wild goose chase to fetch many different things for many different people. First of which is we have to get the bridge cards from Miss Jakowski.
Yeah?
Are you Miss Jakowski?
Yeah? And you are?
Nancy Drew. I'm a friend of Emily Crandall's. You know, at the Lilac Inn.
Oh, yeah! I put you through to your father, didn't I? You pick up those papers for him yet?
Actually, Wait a minute. How did you know about that?
See this headset I'm wearing? I plug it in and what do you know? I hear things. Look, I'm kind of pressed for time. Going to a party and it takes me a while to get dolled up. What do you need?
Mrs. Sheldon asked me to pick up her bridge cards from you.
Tell you what, I'll get you those cards if you drive that fancy car of yours over to the orphanage and pick up some raffle tickets from Mrs. O'Shea. I should be able to unload a ton of them tonight.
I'd be happy to.
Good, I gotta go. Yeah, I'm coming.
And then we have to go to the orphanage.
Excuse me, are you Mrs. O'Shea?
Yes?
My name is Nancy Drew, and
Stephen, put that down this instant. We do not run with sticks in our hands or in our mouths.
I'm sorry. You were saying?
Miss Jakowski asked me to pick up some raffle tickets from you.
Oh, yes, the raffle tickets. The fact of the matter is
Elsie, no hitting.
I can't even think about those raffle tickets right now. I promised the children they'd each get a toy for going a full week without breaking anything, and I'm short 5 toys.
Do not eat that, Clarence.
Would you like me to get 5 toys for you?
Oh, goodness, if you could do that, I'd be forever grateful. They can be any kind of toy at all. The children aren't the least bit picky.
Of course it tastes bad, Clarence. It's a pine cone.
I better go rinse out his mouth before... Oh, would you look at that? He's actually chewing it.
You're not a squirrel, Clarence. Spit that out this instant.
Okay, so we need to get toys. First I'm going to get more gas.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
And since I'm over here, I'm going to go to the Deer Mountain Resort, which is where we need to deliver a telegram.
Hello, I'm delivering a telegram to Dr. Ackerman.
I shall deliver it to the good doctor forthwith. He rarely tips, and I never do.
That's okay. Bye.
You have $3.25. So to get 5 toys, you can either... So you can use this pony for one of them, first of all. And you can play mini golf for 4 more ponies. You have to get par 4 more times and get 4 ponies. Or you can go to the general store and buy toys.
Maybe I could buy some toys for the orphans in here.
I did not know that the general store existed for the first 5 to 10 times of playing this
A vending
game.
machine that just sells toys. Keen.
So I would just play mini golf 4 times while I would try to get par 4 times. And I think that's why I'm good at the mini golf game, because I literally played it so many times. But anyway, so each toy is 25 cents. I think we have enough.
2 toys down, 3 to go.
Yeah, we definitely have enough.
That makes 3 toys.
This is definitely the better way to do it. Rather than trying to get par.
4 toys. I just need 1 more.
Thank you, Nancy.
5 toys. That's all I need.
Great. Let's get our money and our next telegram.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. This one's for Old Man Johnson out at his farm. Keep up the good work.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think we need to do that, actually. Let's go back to the orphanage.
Hi, do you have 5 toys for me?
I certainly do.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're such a saint, you hear me? A saint. I'd better get these inside before the children see them. Thank you so much.
Mrs. O'Shea, the raffle tickets?
Oh, the raffle tickets? I don't have them, dear. You'll have to pick them up from Phelps' print shop. Then just take them straight to Mr. Kowski. We don't pull hair, Ralphie. Especially when we have jelly on our hands.
Phelps Print Shop. Wonderful.
This is the last place we'll have to go. Well, kind of the last place.
Sorry, young lady, I'm about to close.
I'm just here to pick up the raffle tickets you printed for Mrs. O'Shea.
Oh, darn it. I did tell her I'd have those done today, didn't I? Well, I'm sorry, but they're just gonna have to wait until tomorrow.
Oh, but I need to have them today.
And I need to go fishing.
Fishing?
My brother-in-law thinks he's hot stuff because he caught an 18-inch largemouth bass this morning. So I bet him I could catch a 19-incher by the end of the day. And if I do, I get his stamp collection. And if I don't, he gets mine. And since stamp collecting is about the only hobby I can afford these days, I'm going fishing.
I know. You stay here and print those raffle tickets, and I'll go fishing for you.
Not everybody can catch a 19-inch largemouth bass, you know. It takes skill and muscle and brains. Bass are pretty smart.
I can do it, Mr. Phelps.
You better be right, because you're not getting those raffle tickets until I get my 19-incher. You can use my gear. I left everything out at the fishing hole.
Great. I'll see you later.
And thus, we are introduced to Fishing Puzzle, which makes a comeback in Creature of Cappy Cave. Okay, so we have to catch 19-inch largemouth bass, which
First thing I need to do is bait my hook.
According to the pamphlet in the carriage house, we need to use minnows,
Yuck.
and we need to...
Now I toss this in the water, and when the bobber goes under the water, I need to pull the line up fast.
toss it into the grass. And when the bobber goes underwater, we click the fishing pole and catch the fish.
I caught one!
And the first try, we got largemouth bass. 19 inches.
Looks like 19 inches to me. Oh, no offense, Mr. Fish, but you stink.
The game and Creature of Cappy Cave takes a lot longer than that.
Let's see what you got in there. How about that? You did it. Here, let me take it from you.
Please do. I think it's starting to get a little ripe.
Just rest yourself a minute while I get those raffle tickets. There you go. 10 dozen tickets to the annual Orphans Benefit. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go make a telephone call.
To your brother-in-law?
Yeah, the one who used to collect stamps.
Bye. Everyone's inside. It
Oh.
must be nap time.
We don't need to go back there. Okay, we need to go to Miss Jakowski and give her the raffle tickets. Then she will give us something. The
Hi,
bridge
you got
cards.
those raffle tickets for me?
I sure do.
Great. And here are Mrs. Sheldon's bridge cards. One of the gals spilled Moxie all over them, but I cleaned them up real good, so let's not tell Mrs. Sheldon, okay?
Okay. Thanks for your help, Miss Jakowski.
Thanks for your help. Bye now.
First, I'm gonna go to Mr. Johnson's farm to give him his
Are you Mr. Johnson?
telegram.
Maybe. Who are you?
Well, my name's Nancy Drew, and if you are Mr. Johnson, I've got a telegram for you.
Well, thank you. Hey, you want a tip?
Sure.
Buy low, sell high.
Thanks. I'll remember that.
What a great tip.
Do you have my bridge cards?
Right here.
Good. And here is Josiah's trivet. I didn't realize when I asked to borrow it that it was such an eyesore. But once a sumptuous dish of my buff stroganoff was placed atop it,
Both?
I assure you, no one noticed. Now do run along. My guest will be arriving any minute, and that dress of yours, it's, well...
Her flouncy dress.
I like this dress. It's very flouncy.
So now we have the trivet. Which is good.
Did you deliver that telegram?
I sure did.
Good for you. Here's your money. And here's your next telegram. Go to the railroad station and deliver this to Willie Joe. Keep up the good work.
Willie Joe.
I've only got half a tank of gas left. I should gas up before I forget.
Where do we... Oh, right here.
Hi, I'm supposed to deliver this telegram to Willie Joe. Is that you?
No, I'm Willie Joe's Uncle John. I see that she gets it, though.
She?
She, with a capital S.
Well, bye.
Welcome to Zippy's, where zipless service is zippily zapped and zippy service is the zippiest. Fill her up?
Just 50 cents worth, please.
That'll be 50 cents.
Here you go.
Drive zippily.
Where do I want to go? I want to go to Waddell's and get that
Hello,
play.
Mr. Waddell. Are you done making that blank?
Have you got my fee?
Right here.
Good. Here's the blank I cut for you. Enjoy.
Now I only have 25 cents left. But hopefully won't have to drive for a while. Okay, so we have the journal, we have the trivet. There are different symbols which correspond to letters. And to figure out which symbols we need in the order, we have to listen to this record. And Emily is still gone. So let's listen to the record.
I'll never forget the night it all began. That dark, stormy, fateful night when I decided the time had come to rid the world of the creature. But it would take money to do that, and to get money, I needed to confront my arch enemy, Nick, who had recently become able to transform himself fittingly into a giant warthog. When his forest hideaway came into view, I dismounted and approached the door on foot so I could take him by surprise.
So you're supposed to pay attention to the sounds, and
My
that will
fear
tell
that he
you
would
the
hear me
order.
proved groundless, for a terrible storm began to rage, washing away the sound of my footsteps. I peered through the rain-streaked window beside his front door and could see him sitting in front of the fire. He had returned to human form, but the malicious smile on his face suggested that he was recalling his recent porcine exploits. Seeing that the door was unlocked, I hurled it open and marched across the room toward him. "Step away from that bottle of warthog potion," I commanded, "and give me the 20 gold coins you stole from my poor servant." "I'm not going to give you a thing, save, perhaps, a taste of my sword." And with that, he drew his sword. In an instant, I had drawn mine, and so commenced the fiercest sword fight the world had ever known. The storm raging outside paled in comparison to our battle. To my surprise, Nick's experiences as a lower life form seemed to have improved his skill as a swordsman. I feinted, I parried, and yet victory eluded me. And soon I began to feel my strength ebbing from me. I was tiring rapidly. Summoning every ounce of what little energy remained in my body, I lunged at him one last desperate time. Ouch! Why, you've wounded me! I had managed to wound him on his right arm, just above the elbow. Curse you! His words, punctuated as they were by an untimely clap of thunder, sent a shiver down my spine. "Save your breath," I intoned, "and give me those gold coins." "Here, take your precious coins." He tossed the bag of coins onto a chair, but as I reached for them, he reached for his bottle of potion, and in a matter of seconds, my night had gone from bad to horrible.
Okay, so we heard hoof beats first, which is G, then thunder twice, 2 O's, rain, D, door F, footsteps E, swords twice, L, thunder again, O, and then coins W, and it spells out good fellow. So G, O, O, D, F, E, L, L, O, W.
Flute, 7.025 megahertz. Puck! That's who Josiah played in A Midsummer Night's Dream. Pyramus, 7.057 megahertz. Thisbe, 7.050 megahertz. It looks like some kind of record of the people Josiah talked to on his ham radio.